Alright, we are back, everyone. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we are continuing the dream with the no Arclight version of this blue-red. I guess, is it fair just to call it a blue-red control deck, or is it a blue-red mid-range deck? It really plays more like a fish deck than anything, which is, I guess, is like a aggro tempo deck. For all you old Merfolk players out there, it really does feel like you're just sticking a threat and protecting it with very cheap interaction. Alright, yeah, we can keep this. We have not encountered any white decks, so this Entrancing Melody main is potentially something that if we were going to do another run, we would look to put that into the sideboard. I think. Just feels like people aren't playing that deck right now. We want both of these. I wonder how good Entrancing Melody is in the mirror. Shock, shock. We need land, so we're ditching both of these. So we just had 3 shocks in a row in our deck. So we'll see if they go for a draw 2 Charter Course here. That's what it feels like. No, it's a draw 0 Charter Course. Alright, well let's burn our shock here. And let's look for land. Don't think we're winning with Niv-Mizzet this game. Do we need to burn the chart here? Charting here is probably the best course of action, since next turn we're going to want to hold that mana for dive down and potentially opt if we play this way. So yeah, let's chart here. We'll keep the Entrancing Melody. It feels a little precarious putting this out there with just dive down, considering that their hand must be so reactive. They're not drawing cards. So I think I'm actually just going to opt here and try to get another land. So that way we can protect this with dive down and spell pierce on the next turn. And this also makes our Entrancing Melody more valuable. Alright, so this is the plan. Drake with dive down and spell pierce. And try to close out the game from this position. If their response is just Drake of their own, we're just going to coil it and get in for 10. Lava Coil. Alright. Dive down, don't hurt my bird. Okay. So I guess this time we're playing the Drake. Yeah, we're just gonna play Drake. We should have played Drake first, because if we hit land, we could have played Opt, but I don't think the 1 damage is gonna matter too much. So now we have redundant threats, both of which are lethal. Spell Pierce to overload them. Yep, so we could have gotten in for 1 more damage if we had played the Crackling Drake main phase. But considering that they're at 10, and we're only hitting for double digits now, it's a minor mistake, but it's still a mistake that you don't want to make. Unless you want to make a fool of yourself in front of America. Alright. So they're going super deep here looking for answers. They have to answer both. I imagine with the amount of mana they have left, that our Spell Pierce is going to be a hero card. They haven't like set up a million Drakes that I don't know about, have they? No. Wow, it looks like they just bricked off really hard. Which is great news for us. So I think we're taking the shocks out because they don't hit much. Lava Coil comes in. Shivan Fire is better than shock because of the 2 modes. Beacon Bolt seems good also. And now this is where we have to figure, are we sideboarding any more than this? I think Search is actually good in these kind of mirrors because the chances are they're going to slow down and try to become more controlling post-board also. Planeswalkers seem good because I don't think they really have answers to them. So how do we squeeze those in? In like what number? Entrancing Melody, probably not that good. Although it remains to be seen, I guess, in this game. So would we rather have another Ral who can kill a Drake, or like Sarkhan who can come down on turn 3 and can't be interacted with? That seems kind of good. I kind of like trying Sarkhan here. And just try it like this. It's possible we're supposed to shave some number of charts. I know that that's how this deck would sideboard before. You're usually cutting a couple charts. But I don't know if we want to put in higher casting cost stuff over it. I do like the one Sarkhan here. It's probably very wrong, but in my mind right now it feels really good. All right. This hand's an interesting proposition. Maybe this is a mulligan with no blue, just Lava Coil. Yeah, this is like, now this has colors but no Lava Coil, but I guess we'll keep this. And I guess we're keeping the land too. This might be too slow. Maybe we should have gone to 5. Or maybe we should have kept the first hand and hope that we just draw into blue. Who's to say? You can say in the comments. Alright, Lava Coil off the top. Looks like they double kept. There's a Phoenix. Alright, so they're going to dome us for 5 here. This could be a quick one. Or at least we're probably not going to have the luxury of playing Crackling Drake without a spell to protect it. Or with a spell to protect it. Alright, so we can find like a shock here. Lava Coil is good too. we don't have time to search this game. Just from this position with the fast Arclight draw. So I guess the sequence now is play land, Lava Coil, pass, then hope we draw lands in the next 2 turns. So we can Crackling Drake with dive down backup and stop up the board. Alright, so here's land. Unfortunately, we need to Lava Coil this Drake because it has the potential to deal lethal damage to us if they can grow it more. I think we're just going to be a turn too slow here. Yeah. Wow, okay, so they're on a maximized velocity build, so I think colors are sideboarding a little bit more. It looks like we're going to want to take the Rowl out, and maybe the Niv-Mizzet out too. In which case, I think we don't want the Sarkhan. A little hard to say. But I think we do want the fight with fires. Maybe we just keep 1 Rowl. Or better to keep 1 Niv-Mizzet. Or is it better to keep two Niv-Mizzets? And just overload on removal. Alright, let's try that. And Trancing Melody I think will be too slow. And I don't think Disdainful Stroke hits enough. It just hits their Drake. So it looks like however they sideboarded, they were not going for a more controlling route. Alright, so we mulligan. This we keep. They mulligan as well. I don't even mind keeping this Discovery. It just means we're not going to play turn 1 opt here. We will opt instead to play turn 2 Discovery. Yeah, I can see us wanting both of these, so let's keep them. Let's chart here. This is a tough one. I think we kind of want to keep the Spell Pierce. If they go like Tormenting Voice again, we're going to Spell Pierce it, I think. I'm honestly even thinking of Spell Piercing this. I think it's our best way to slow them down. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, I'll shock this. And fight with fire the Crackling Drake. Since they already have a Phoenix down there, we're going to want the coil for the Phoenix potentially. Like if they just play 3 spells and bring back Phoenix? Okay, well, they don't. This hand must be... I don't know what. Kind of hard to figure out what they're on. Where they're playing. Oh, Niv-Mizzet. Oh, this is where we lose, I guess. Unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunately, they hit all their land drops. I mean, I think we only missed 1. But they're hitting all of theirs. And just got to Niv-Mizzet first. And we've thrown away both of our fight with fires. Alright, we need to keep Crackling Drake alive. I'm pretty certain that they're just on more Niv-Mizzets than in hand. I have to imagine that they can bring back this Phoenix if they care to. Yeah, so they're charting. They found a second Phoenix. So if we had held the fight with fire, this would have been easier. Alternatively, instead of playing the Drake, we could have just 4-for-1'd ourselves by going Lava Coil, Shivan Fire on the Niv-Mizzet. But then we're just absolutely like toast if any of these 4 cards that they've been holding all game are another Niv-Mizzet, which it kind of felt like that was the case. Whereas like this way, at least if we somehow survive this turn. Wow, so they just found it all. Well, I mean, but that's what happens. They're drawing so many cards with Niv-Mizzet. So it's not too much of a surprise. So we're taking minimum 6 here. No, actually, if they just swing with everything, we take 9. It's giving up the Niv-Mizzet, but they know I can't. Yeah, so we're just dead. Well, I guess we had to just take the 4-for-1, 5-for-1, whatever it would have ended up being. No, 4-for-1. Yeah, they got us. Actually, I guess we did miss land drops because we were on the play here, and they ended up with more land, 2 more land than us. So I guess we missed multiple land drops, and they just got to play Niv-Mizzet, and we didn't have the fight with fire for it. I didn't think about that. I really should have thought to keep fight with fire for Niv-Mizzet specifically. But my thinking at the time was that I just wanted to use the more expensive removal spell in my hand on the Drake. And, I I guess that game showed us the awkwardness of sideboarding in so much removal, and to the point where you have to decide like how much of it you're going to keep, and it disrupts your draws where you just have a hand that's all removal, and it lets them sculpt a hand like that, or sculpt a turn. I mean, obviously that turn was aided by Niv-Mizzet, but alternatively, like our strategy of holding a lot of removal is not especially good if their plan is just to cycle a bunch and then bring back a bunch of Phoenixes over and over again. So maybe, maybe against that build, things like the Beacon Bolt are not so good. I'm not sure what is better, though. I don't think we want Entrancing Melody. No, overall, I think our plan is just to draw better, right? So anyways, that's it for this one. Let me know what you think, how we should have sideboarded for this kind of soft mirror match. And we'll be back again soon with the next round.